Hey guys, and welcome back to Togglejam T.I.E, where today we're going to be taking it easy with one of the old Frogware Sherlock Holmes games. Now there have been quite a few of these, ranging from Sherlock Holmes Nemesis up to the most recent one, Sherlock Holmes and the Devil's Daughter, and I believe there's another one in the works. But I've not played too many of them, despite getting quite a large bundle of them on Humble Bundle. So I thought I'd just have a quick look and see. This is the one which I've heard is apparently quite good, because I haven't got the Devil's Daughter or the other recent one. So I thought I'd just have a look at this and see what it is. From 2012, I think. So let's see how it goes. Yes, there we go. There's the Frogware logo. Ribbit. Holy shit, Sherlock Holmes has got some dubstep. Good grief. Wouldn't expect that. Alright. Let's see what the story is then. That does not sound like Sherlock. Or Watson. Okay. Not sure where this is going. What has this got to do with Sherlock? And why do they look like they're from the village of the damned?
Ow!
What the hell?
What's this?
Oh my god.
No.
What the fuck does this have to do with Sherlock Holmes? Oh my god. Look at that hellish abomination.
Oh, look!
Oh look, it's some terrible voice acting.
Maybe it's a book about pirates with a treasure map.
I mean, you're not awful, but you're not good.
No, I don't think
So Sherlock Holmes meets the Goonies, apparently.
And so I decided to pick up my pen to relate the most disturbing episode of my life thus far.
It all began early one
Did we
morning
really
in
need that framing
1898,
device?
when Sherlock Holmes invited me to accompany him on a visit to the Marquis of Conyngham.
This... What did that have to do with anything? Why couldn't we just start here?
Watson, my dear fellow, we can now go and inform the Marquis that we have found the Samoan necklace, and very much faster than Inspector Baines, too, which pleases.
There we go.
Have you really solved the
There we go, there's
case?
Sherlock and Watson.
And so
That's what we
quickly?
want to be here, not for
I
some
have
little
indeed,
fucking kids
Watson,
dressed in
and believe
dungarees
me,
looking
it's
like they're from the
completely
goddamn good
unnecessary
life.
to spread out
My
all over
God.
London, as our friend Baines thought was best. He likes to boast that his methods are equal to mine, but once again the outcome has contradicted him.
After all these years of accompanying you upon your investigations, I thought that by now I should be reasonably capable of following your train of thought.
So basically, between Holmes and Watson, it's just Holmes being, I'm a genius. Watson saying, you're a genius. Exactly.
Ah, you see, but you do not observe, Watson.
I actually love
Therein
Sherlock
lies the
Holmes. I've read the
difference.
books,
It is
and
a
I've
matter of
pretty much
course.
all of them, actually. The only one I've not read, ironically, is the first one, is Study In Scarlet.
When everyone is
You know.
fast asleep, the service bell within that room rings out and alerts the servants. They dress quickly and come running, but the door is locked and there is a strong smell of burning from within. A few seconds later, the master of the house himself, the robbed Marchioness's husband, the Marquis of Conyngham, arrives and unlocks the door using the sole key. A fire has started inside the room, but they have managed to arrive in time to put it out. It is at that moment that the Marquis
Okay,
realizes that
so
the
this
famous
is
Samoan
actually kind of
necklace,
interesting.
which had been safe within its glass cabinet only a few hours earlier, has now
So, what, some
disappeared.
little chimney sweep came in?
In order to explain, let us confirm my theory before the arrival of Inspector Baines.
Okay. So, yeah, this is a point-and-click adventure game where you are Sherlock Holmes going around and just doing your Sherlocky thing, being pretty much a badass and all that stuff that Sherlock technically isn't. There we go. So, let's click on some stuff. There we go. And we've got the classic point-and-click adventure one where you can just move around. So you have got items which you get in your rolling key, and you've got all that stuff. So look at a broken showcase. Okay.
This window was cut with a diamond. A clean, discreet piece of work. This is where the necklace was.
See how tiny the hole is, and not one finger left upon
So
the
it was a chimney sweep. Okay.
This window.
Okay,
See how-
right. Anything else to look at? How about these? Can I look at those? Let me see. Nope, can't look at those. Oh. Nope, that's just that again. So let's see. Oh, there we go. Something to look at.
All the windows are locked. They've not been
Okay, so the
forced.
windows haven't been forced. And they tried to
Mark
cut the glass
undoubtedly
again.
Made by a diamond. Someone tried to cut the glass, but he was interrupted.
Therefore, the thief tried to escape through the window, but he was interrupted.
Right. So, brilliant observation. Let's see. Anything else to look at? You know what, let's go to the classic point and click so I can actually see what there is. Well, surely I have to go to the chimney now. Okay. So, let's, get the magnifying glass. There we go, the classic Sherlock Holmes image. Right, so let's get my magnifying glass. And now, if I go to the window, I should be able to... No? Okay. Okay, so... Alright, so I need to use the magnifying glass near the piano. So what do I see?
Let us examine the crumpled score.
So I've got the magnifying glass. Can I just... Oh, that's pretty neat.
These sooty prints were left
Ooh,
by a tiny
okay, so maybe it's not a chimney sweep.
Understand why these music scores are covered
Okay.
with soot.
So... Okay, so let's see. I don't really like the first impression mode. Right, so there is soot, which I'm presuming is from down there. Okay. Yes, I can do my hearty little jog. Right, and space allows me to do the sixth sense. But I didn't know that because I noticed there was soot on the floor.
You are not
Now, I am also playing this on hard mode, but,
examine.
you know, it's a
There is no
tutorial. You're not going to get
It
the
is
most difficult
soot.
stuff in the world, are you?
Servants must have trodden in it while they were putting out the fire.
Okay, and that one. Come on. That one.
Heading towards his chosen escape route, probably the window, the thief knocked over the stool, which then
Okay.
caught fire.
But why didn't he try to put the fire out at once?
Because he couldn't, because he was a...
Strange. There are some
Oh
objects
shit,
that
I know
have
what
been
it was.
knocked over.
But I'm going to actually wait, because if it is that, I'm going to be kind of annoyed. Okay. And the pull ribbon.
The fire started here, just beneath the bell pull.
Whoever pulled the cord would have had his feet in the fire, unless it was pulled before the fire started.
Interesting.
The chest wasn't opened. The necklace wasn't in it.
Okay. So, what, do I need to do those again? No. Right. Oh, what's that? Is it a candle?
A candle. It must have fallen.
That means
from
the chandelier was
chandelier.
knocked, which means someone was monkeying about on it.
Not very well kept. This
You
aquarium.
can tell what I
can see
think
a
it
dead
is.
Fish floating on the surface.
Oh shit. Okay, so the candle could have fallen off, hit the fish, and then rolled. No, don't think that's quite right. Let's move this.
This draft screen makes an ideal
Okay.
hiding place.
As the theft was committed at night, I conclude that the thief hid himself
that's
behind the
interesting.
draft screen and waited until he was alone in the room.
What's that?
Strange. There aren't any
No
prints.
prints.
Yet I'm sure that the thief hid here.
Okay. Ooh. What's that at the door?
When the servants arrived at the door, having been alerted by the bell, they saw evidence of the theft and the fire, but they didn't see the thief.
This door is very hard to force. The Marquis
Interesting.
is the only person to have the key. The thief could not get out through here until eventually, when the door
Fascinating.
was opened by the servants.
Okay. So apparently that's all the hints I could get.
Ah, Mr. Holmes, you're already here.
Good morning, Inspector.
Is that Lestrade?
You've arrived
No,
just
it's the
in
other one.
time.
Scotland Yard arrives like the cavalry, always in the nick of time. Ah, but I know that.
Does he have a satisfied expression? He just looks a bit like Data.
Solved the case?
It's
In fact, I'm pretty sure he is
We have
Data.
retraced the thief's rather unusual footsteps.
Ah, well.
He is a true acrobat.
You know what? Yeah, I've solved it. That's why I had the weird thing at the beginning. This is just on the Enterprise, and Data is going through one of the Sherlock Holmes
An
things.
acrobat, perhaps, but an invisible one? I do not think so.
The only explanation is that the thief escaped before the servants arrived. I don't know how, but there is no other way.
Maybe he scarpered up the chimney.
Half a point for the doctor, nil for the
Ah.
inspector.
I am pleased to see that you find the situation amusing, Mr. Holmes. Very well then, explain.
Dr. Watson was correct when he mentioned
Ooh.
acrobatics, but he is
That's odd.
mistaken about the nature of the
So it's a very small
As for
acrobat.
you, Baines, you're quite
Maybe it's an Oompa
correct,
Loompa.
as the thief was in the room.
That wouldn't
when the
surprise me.
servants entered.
Explain, for heaven's sake, Mr. Holmes.
Watson, how could a thief be missed in the middle of 8 men?
I don't know. Because he is very small? Stop teasing.
Oh,
us,
Holmes, you are such a tease.
Exactly, because he is
Ah,
small,
dear.
small and remarkably agile.
You're thinking of a monkey?
Oh my god, I got it right! Yes!
Without a doubt, a Leon
Oh my
Topicus
god, yes, it was a
from
monkey.
Central America.
I'm so happy. Dear.
The animal had been hidden inside the room for several hours, calmly awaiting the signal from his master. Once night had fallen and the room was empty, a high-frequency whistle alerted the monkey that it was time to begin the procedure for which he had been trained. The monkey emerged from his hiding place and used the point of a diamond to open the glass cabinet and steal the necklace. He headed across
Where's
to
the monkey?
window by the chimney.
Come on,
but
is he
not
still
over
here?
the stool,
Can we catch a
which
monkey?
in turn knocked aside the fire
Nah,
guard
probably not.
and started the fire. The frightened monkey jumped from the chimney by swinging from the bell pull, thus alerting the house servants. He then went to the window and began to use his diamond to cut a hole, but was interrupted by the staff trying to gain entry via the door, and he panicked again. He ran across the piano, scattering the music scores onto the floor, before hiding inside the chandelier, knocking over a
Okay.
candle.
So he's not there anymore, though.
Finally, the servants and the Marquis entered the room, leaving the door open while they put out the fire. It was during the confusion that our agile little thief made his escape through the
And no one noticed the little monkey.
simple as
I find that incredibly hard to
Brilliant
believe.
Explanation. Bravo, Holmes.
And the necklace?
I can see it from here, my friends. It's right in front of us.
We have searched the room from top to bottom, Holmes. How were we unable to find it?
Because we paid insufficient attention to the only victim of this affair.
What victim? No one is
Yes,
dead.
there is. There's a
Yes,
goldfish.
Watson, a poor goldfish whose destiny was to die, crushed by one of the most precious
This is so
necklaces
brilliantly
in England.
stupid. I love it.
The aquarium is just beneath the chandelier. I understand.
The little monkey had likely hung the necklace around its neck.
I really don't
and
think you're
lost
meant to
it
take
when
this
he leapt
seriously,
from the
but
chandelier.
still.
The jewels fell into the aquarium, where they remain now.
I like that he doesn't even care about getting that probably expensive suit wet. Or at least a jacket. There we go, Sherlock. Did quite well.
Here is your necklace, intact. Just
Oh my god, look at him. He looks like he should be leading the Moulin
Mr.
Rouge.
Holmes, this brilliant
Bloody hell.
demonstration does credit to your reputation.
Well, thank you so much, Marquis. Do you wish to verify the authenticity of your jewel?
No, I recognize it. I have spent many hours admiring it, you know.
Okay.
Good. I will return it to its box, and
Inspector, a bank has just been held
Ooh.
up. You must follow the
Something
advice.
more interesting
Order
than a
the
monkey.
Scotland Yard.
Good grief.
Times.
Sirs, duty calls. My regards, Marquis. And well done again, Mr. Holmes.
there, the necklace is in its box. We've lost enough time here. Let's go home.
Woo!
Watson.
Gonna get high on
Very
opium.
well, as you wish.
All
good
in a day
to
with
you,
Sherlock Holmes.
With pleasure, gentlemen. And once again, thank you.
I would love it if the painting just turned into a screen with Picard's face just going, Data, you've got to come to the bridge. God, that would actually make this game 1,000 times better thinking about it if there's a mod just to make it Data instead.
This morning's newspaper. Holmes, have you read this article about you?
No, Watson, not yet, and I won't have time to.
Read it before you leave. It's outrageous.
If you insist.
Right. So let's just have a look around, see what there is. Yep, this is Baker Street. Look, I even have a top hat. Very spiffing. Okay, so let's just read that paper then. Sherlock Holmes, at home of the Marquess of Conyngham, the investigation is a fiasco. Yesterday, the celebrated detective Sherlock Holmes was invited to the manor of the Marquess de Conyngham to supply his conclusions following investigations into the disappearance of a priceless Samoan necklace. It should be recalled that the lady called in the detective after the police appeared flummoxed in the face of the astonishing circumstances surrounding the theft. Indeed, the valuable piece of jewellery disappeared whilst the door of the room in which it was displayed was locked. The alarm was raised by the servants, alerted to the room service bell ringing out during the night. When the Marquis, the only person in possession of the key, opened the door, everyone rushed in to extinguish a fire that had started before it was noticed that the necklace had mysteriously vanished. Bah! The most astonishing factor is that no thief was found in the room, and all exits were closed. As usual, Mr. Holmes resolved the case in the twinkling of an eye, and the jewel was recovered. I will not waste my time on the various explanations as to the disappearance, because I would prefer to draw your attention, dear readers, to the last surprising developments in the case following the departure of Sherlock Holmes, who had placed the necklace in the safe himself. Okay, is there more? Oh, there is. The Marquis noticed that the jewel was nothing but a poor copy of the original. Let it not be forgotten that this Samoan necklace, although plain and without ornaments, is unique because of the rarity of its pearls. Pearls are only found in a small part of the lagoon in the archipelago of the same name, and to the scientists attributed their exceptional quality and strong density of crystal of aragonite, that they are made of. The priceless necklace, oh, wait a minute. Bought here at the beginning of the century by Lord Fenton Orwick. The Marquess grandfather and an eminent explorer should have been part of her daughter's dowry for her marriage to the Duke of Newcastle. So I'm going to place a simple question. Should we not, in all open-mindedness, ask ourselves if the necklace was not simply and deliberately exchanged for a fake by Mr. Holmes himself? Good grief. I am aware, dear readers, that the brutality of this question, without any preconceptions, may certainly shock some of you. And the judgments are here, bloody, 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 bloody. Good grief, that's a long flipping piece. I'm not reading all that out.